What's good? What's good? What's good? This is your girl Nala-Ife for House of Cards Tarot. Okay. We are doing the cusp sign readings for the month of March. Right now, if you're watching or if you come back and watch once this is posted, we are doing the Aries, Taurus, cusp signs. This is going to be for your sun, moon, risings. I see that people are very interested in the cusp signs. So, my friends, this is something that we definitely want to keep going. Now, you guys got a lot to say. You Aries, Taurus has got a lot to say. So, cusp. If you are a cusp sign, it's a good chance that your birthday lands at the very end of a season. So, like the last day or two of a season. For instance, with Aries, it would land on either the 20th or 21st, okay? The 22nd, 23rd, 24th would be the time period. So the very end of Aries, the very beginning of Taurus. And it can be measured by degrees. You could be 20, I believe it's 27, 28, 29, 0, 1, and 2 degrees of a sign, okay? And you may fall between those cusps, okay? What I do like about these readings are meant to be fun, okay? So you could also look at this reading if, for instance, you have a combination of signs in your chart. So let's say you may be an Aries sun sign with a Taurus moon or Taurus rising. This could also be a really good reading composition for you, combining the energies, and the cards will fall where they may. Okay, let's go ahead and get the eye. Let's see that. I actually want to use a different deck. I feel like using a different deck. So for those of you, let's see, y'all, I'm trying to get stuff out the way. For those, you know what, that's gonna bother me. Hold up, get this right out my way. Okay, so for those of you who, and I don't know what the hell I was going to say. I guess enjoy looking at multiple placements. These can be super fun to look at. You get a little bit of a different energy than what you would get normally. Let's say for each individual sign. Okay. Another thing too, I like to apologize for the way that we buffer in the beginning. A lot of times that clears up, but thank you for holding us down, guys. We are only 10 away from our 100 subscriber mark. So make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe on all of our platforms. Okay. We got some stars in the house. Okay. Star card, the first card that came out. Make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe, and check us out for all of our platforms. Right now, I don't have anything in the description bar, but we will once this video is posted on how you can reach out to me for a personal reading, get that other types of services that I offer there, and also basically how to book a personal reading with me, but also our other channels, okay, where we have House of Cards Talk Live. Make sure you subscribe over there because we get a little bit raw. That's our channel where we kind of freestyle. I also do tarot readings, and I also talk about a whole host of occult and esoteric matters. So make sure you show those channels some love as well. Hey there, Queen to Brit. How are you? You said, oh my God, love. How are you doing? I'm glad to catch you live. I've been working like crazy. I haven't forgot about our follow. Yes, I cannot wait for our follow-up. Cannot wait for our follow-up, sis. That's going to be awesome. I hope all is well. So I'm going to put this star card right here. I know you guys probably can't see that. I'll set it here, okay? Because I'm going to pull a couple of more cards for you. We have the star card. We have the tower card. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the 6 of Wands for victory, okay? So that's what is, I want to say this is going to be the top of our, what we're experiencing, the things that are on top of our minds, okay? So it looks like lots of healing and opportunities could be, could just be feeling just this whole host of energy to elevate in some sort of way. It does mean that there's going to have to be a destruction of some things that we no longer want. We'll get into that in just a moment, okay? Let's see what's here at the foundation. This is at our crown. This is here at our foundation. We have the 9 of Cups, the King of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I can see. You're coming off of some times in which things really, you know, really... You're being extra observant because you should be. You're being extra observant because you should be. You have a lot of dreams, a lot of goals. Some of you could have had some false starts. Okay, some of you could have had some false starts, Aries, Taurus, and it has you a bit skittish. Okay, this is the reason why you are making these moves. It's kind of like going from the first thing I see here for you. Some of you, this success is going to require you to recognize where you've been out in the cold in a situation, where you have felt less than, where you have felt you didn't have. This is transcendence. You see what I'm saying? This is going from lack of resources, lack of having, to being able to be victorious with the 6 of Wands. Everything looks like, you see what I'm saying? Everything's like a mirror. Having good friendships, having good connections with people, maybe after being in a place where you felt deceived. Being able to trust again, be celebrated again, instead of feeling like you're being stabbed in the back, okay? That's what you're going to be coming, that's the energy you're coming into in the month of March here, okay? Having an internal, the Tower card, I welcome the Tower card because it means something needs to break through. Having an internal fire to break through, okay? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, so there's a breakthrough that you finally had, and it's led you to it's going to, well, I'm going to say it like this breakthrough, don't fight it. This Tower moment, do not fight it, because it's going to lead you to the groups, the surroundings, and the people that you need to be around for this next phase of your life. Okay, it's like you already see the achievement, but now here's the achievement. This is the strive for the achievement. Okay? It's how I'm seeing this here. I just thought I would share that with you guys. That right now it may seem as though, you know, you've had to go through quite a lot, but it wasn't it wasn't in vain. We'll say it that way. It wasn't in vain. Okay, had it came a little bit sooner than it was supposed to, one may have not known what to properly have done with it. Okay, potentially you had to weed some things out of your circle before you could be able to receive what was true and what was valuable. Some of you are coming into really good friendships, making new connections, and it's celebratory. Okay, let's see what the eyes can see. Let's see what the eyes can see here. Show us what should we be seeing as we get into the month of March 2020 for Aries, Taurus, Moon. Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Who else got the Queen of Pentacles? I believe it was Capricorn. Capricorn got the Queen of Pentacles. So this here is almost like you are moving into an environment, okay, that levels you up. This is a level up. This is something, it was a dream. It was something from the past. It was something that you felt very connected to, something that you are feeling very connected to. Aries, Taurus, okay? Sun, moon, or rising. Follow your intuition in this, okay? This is something you have a natural talent for, okay? That's going to be coming up, whether, no matter what arena it's in, that leads you to this victory here. It leads you to security on the earth plane, but it also fulfills your soul with that Six of Cups here. It's something you're naturally adept in, or you will be developing yourself, or meeting someone. You could be meeting another earth sign. Hey there, BB. What's going on? BB is our illustrious moderator. You guys give her some love and show us some and shout her out, okay? And she also put the channels, the information to our secondary channel here in the chat as well. So what this looks like, it looks like something that you are naturally adept actually starting to come through for you, okay? And this is beautiful, especially when we look at that star card, okay? Let's go more into it. This could be even love. Some of you have a soulmate. This soulmate may be Capricorn. They may be Taurus. They may be Virgo. Okay, or they could be water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And something's being spurred in you, a deep love. I'm hearing heart chakra meditation, heart chakra work. There's that Taurus energy. This is built to last, baby. This is built to last. So whatever it is that you are conjuring for yourself, Aries, Taurus, Cusp, this is built to last. I would know I am a Aries, Taurus moon. My moon is in the 12th house. It officially is 1 degree Taurus, but that puts me on the cusp with Aries, Taurus energy, okay? And I can tell you that with the combination of energies I see here, I see someone going through realization that they were not crazy, that the things that they really loved, the things that they were passionate about, but wanted to understand how to make it last, actually is starting to unfold for you. For some of you, this is a prophecy that is coming within the next year, okay? So we're talking about over the next 12 months as it relates to something that is your heart's desire, something that you are in love with, or that you become in love with again, okay? By sheer, the Queen of Pentacles, this is your vibe. This is your energy. Even though you have the Aries energy, you still have that the exaltation of the moon, especially if you have a moon in Aries, Taurus, like I do. You do experience the exaltation of the moon. And that's earth energy. You also have Uranus, which is represented, Aquarius represents the star card, so you guys could be dealing with Aquarius if we had to pull people, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You also have the King of Wands here. That could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with these individuals, but something has happened to where you have fallen back in love with something that you so desired for yourself, and that you have waited for. You've curated yourself to a certain point, and you've had to go through a couple of hoops. Okay, you had to get through some past some you had to get through some shit, in other words, you have certain things that you have had to form your life around. Well, there's a breakthrough moment coming, and it's meant to last. It's built to last. It wasn't all in vain, okay? Go into the Seven of Swords. Why are you still, we got to address the Seven of Swords with the Five of Pentacles here. We see the victory, right? We see the celebration and being celebrated, but this still, even though this is at the bottom, is still a foundation. Okay, so let's address why we still feel this way, why this may be coming up here in the month of March for my Aries. Okay, y'all got a lot. Aries, Taurus, Cuspers. maybe something just came to me is that because of maybe past self-deception or being deceived, is why it's very important for you to situate yourself around people who are loyal. People who are loyal, you know? You're looking for loyalty in your friendships and those that are around you. You know, you may not be the flashiest of people when it comes to your achievements, but you want to celebrate these with people who you don't feel like are snaking you. So you keep your circle small. Okay, and this is what I initially got off of this. Okay, and then what makes the win so much sweeter is because for some time you may have felt this way. You may have felt out in the cold. You may have felt separated from your finances. You may have felt separated from seeing victory in building yourself and having access to resources. And after that long time, it makes the victory just that much sweeter for you after going through your own rough time. Okay? Let's keep it real. We all have those moments and we all have those days, but it's glorious when we see things actually fold out and it's something that we built. No one else had to bring us this. No one else had to do this for us. We did this for ourselves. And it's built to last. It's not only built for us now, but for the future. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. So let me just double check. I think I got someone in the chat. Says AM says, I'm an Aries Taurus Cusp, having a hard time with my daughter's dad. He is a Leo. I fell back in love with making money. Okay. All right. You know, it's sometimes, what I can say to you on that is that's generally how it can be, but just don't allow that money. I know what you mean. You got to deal with people. You got to deal with that hurt. You got to deal with that pain. But you know, I don't care what anyone says. When you don't have to worry about mundane things, you don't have to worry about your bills. You don't have to worry about where this money coming from, that money coming from, because you put in that work. It does make it easier for you to take care of yourself. It does make it easier for you to take care of the other areas of your life. But oftentimes we forget to do that. And we have a lot of, insecurities in the ways of old and past relationship, and even we tolerate even relationships that we don't need to be in. We don't even need to be around, because it's true. Certain people who you relationship up with, right? Their vibe alone can bring you to brokenness, and not just your finances, but in other areas of your life. You can share their vibe, you can share their frequency for so long that you forget that you are a whole human being out here having your own experiences. Some people will get with you and they will hinder your growth, and they will even become jealous of your growth. So you have to kind of pinpoint that. Sometimes see it ahead of time and love yourself enough to say, nope, nope, I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not finna fly in and try to help this person see my point of view. It's no bueno, okay? And you got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? There's your energy, okay? Aries, Taurus, Cusp, I'm not eight, but King of Coins on this Five of Coins. A lot of you are getting to a point where you're not going to have to worry about poverty, not in the resources, okay? So definitely there's going to be a time right now where when you see the King of Pentacles and you're not having to worry about money, in that sense, you understand now how to produce the money. I'm not saying that we're becoming rich, but you understand how to enrich yourself. More than ever, it's time to start nurturing any of those phobias that you may have, okay? Any of those wounds that you got from battle. It's time to start doing that. We also have the Four of Wands, also another part of your energy. That King of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles is the energy, okay? I'm just going to just lay that out there, because this carries that Aries energy, and that Queen of Pentacles carries that Taurus energy, okay? But then when you have the Four of Wands here, all right, this is security. This is the action of security. I mean, you're getting security, security, security all across the board as it relates to the, you know, earthly realm. Okay. So just take a moment to get the needed help you need. If you've not been sleeping, you've been working hard, you've not been taking vacation, you've not done mental health care, get that help right now, because it looks like you've worked really hard over the last year to 2 years to get yourself able to even get out of debt. You know, some people say, you know what, have you ever been in debt where you have to work to get to a place to get out of debt? Some of you could have experienced that, or you're working to get out of debt, or you're working to get on your feet. You know, a lot of changes have taken place and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. And this is something that's going to last you for quite some time. Start to invest now in doing the same thing for your internal environment, your internal spirit. Okay. So that you can be powerful in your manifestations. Especially if you have a moon in this sign, if you have a moon in this cusp, it really, 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 I'm telling you, your manifestations are like crazy. Okay. So make sure that you are taking care of your internal world so that whatever it is that you manifest out into the 3D world is free from a lot of the paranoias, a lot of the psychoses that can, you know, some of y'all might be like, what is this bitch talking about? She's saying I'm crazy. No, I'm not saying you crazy. For one, I'm crazy as shit. I'm just go ahead and take that off your back, okay? I'm not gonna hold you. All right. I'm a bit nutty. All right. Listen, I'm a cusp on my moon sign, I'm a cusp on my sun sign, and I'm a Gemini rising. It's 6 different bitches in me, okay? All right, you can catch it 6 different ways, okay? All right. I'm just saying. But with that said, obviously I know a little bit about mental care and how important it is. Okay. Some of you are natural fighters, natural manifestors. Okay. This is the cusp of power, might I add. Okay. Yeah. If you fall under this cusp, this is the cusp of power. So with that said, okay, whether you're manifesting things, whether you're experiencing things in this world, you have to be accountable for how you feel emotionally and mentally, not someone else. No one else can really help you with that. Not when you have these 2 signs here. Okay, you have to relinquish control to people. They don't just get to come in and control. It's like a brick house. They don't get to come in and take it. You have to give that. So this is where I'm going to ask you to relax a little bit. Allow your manifestations to develop while you start to take care of your internal ecosystem. Okay. What are the messages here? Daydreams and decisions. Where have you maybe forgotten your fertility in this world comes from having those dreams and being able to bring those dreams into reality, not being afraid of your dreams. Okay. For some of you, y'all need to hear that message. Some of you have some really, really strong dreams, and those dreams are psychic development. So do not stop developing yourself psychically. Okay. Exactly. Queen Britt says, I have an Aries North Node, and this was very helpful. Exactly. You can utilize this reading, especially when we're talking about cusp readings, as you need to. Okay. You says, AM says, you are right. I really do love him, but I had to distance myself. He keeps our daughter now while I work on myself. Sometimes I feel very lonely. I just want a loving relationship with the right one. That is so heartfelt. Oh, but you know something? I'm going to say this. Even what I think is so mature about you is that even though you and this person may not get along with each other and you may have your issues, you don't discredit them, and you guys still try to co-parent with one another, you know? And I think that that's so important. And definitely take this time to do what you got to do for yourself. You know, it's not in vain. It's not in vain. Forgive him for his shortcomings, you know? Forgive him for his shortcomings, because in you forgiving him for his shortcomings, whether y'all are together or not, you can allow for forgiveness for your shortcomings. And that's going to be one of the most difficult things maybe for you to do, but it's important. It's so important. And it releases you. No matter, you know, you may move on to marry another man, have more children by someone else. Hell, even adopt children. All right. I'm going to be an older mom. I'm 37. I don't look it, but I'm 37. And whether I have kids or I adopt kids, it is what it is. But I want to make sure my home and my environment is conducive to them being healthy individually, because their parents are healthy and are loving and not selfish with one another. And I think sometimes going through these catastrophic moments, it teaches us how to be more loving, first and foremost to ourselves. And it teaches us too what's important if we allow it. Some people, they can get all the lessons in the world and they still will put themselves first. They still don't have an ounce of an ability to to compromise in a relationship. They want to own something. They want to be able to point the finger. Sometimes your lover, and I'm speaking exactly to Aries, Taurus people, because of your energy, you are the cusp of power. So if you have this in your rising, if you have this in your sun and in your moon, this can be a very difficult position, because you may sometimes in your younger years link with people who just need to be able to prove you wrong about something, because they can feel that energy coming off of you and it's intimidating. Okay? And really, to be honest with you, it's not even about you changing, it's about you being aware of your energy. And it's almost like magic. As soon as you are aware of your energy, or you start to develop awareness of your energy, you know how to be forgiving and accepting. Forgiving doesn't mean that you let a person walk over you. Forgiving is that, listen, I'm going to let this go. You can continue to be who you are. I'm going to keep it stepping. Okay? And it's funny because I have in the title, Keep It Stepping. I'm going to keep it stepping. But I'm going to forgive you for the pain that you may be inflicted on me, and I hope that you're able to forgive me for the pain I inflicted on you. But I've learned my lesson from this. It's time for me to move on to a place that's more conducive for my growth. Okay? And hopefully you guys get it sooner than later. Okay? Don't wait to be 37 and get that lesson. If you're listening and you're younger, get that now. Instill that in yourself. That's why we teach our children things, because we don't want our children to go through the same things we go through or went through. Yes, we want you to have your own experiences, but I don't want you to suffer the same pains that I suffered. That's the point of your ancestors, your predecessors. Not for it to be just as hard for you. No, that's not the point. The point is for you to be able to now actually make it to the finish line, because you don't have the same blockages that those who came before you had. Okay? So apply that same energy, if you don't even have children, to yourself, your inner child. Okay? And allow yourself to ascend is the message that I'm getting. Okay? For some of you, it is literally toxic environments. It's time to get to stepping. Toxic people you're in relationships with, it's time to get to stepping. If you are the toxic one, it's time to get to stepping. Because sometimes some elements don't mix and they create explosions. Tower card. And you have to be able to understand that and say, you know what? This is alchemy. When I come into contact with this type of energy, this doesn't work for me. Okay? This doesn't work for me. This doesn't feel good to me. I don't like this, and it's okay. Don't let someone else convince you that something that does not feel good to you is supposed to feel good to you. If it doesn't feel good to you, get to stepping. Okay? And that's just real talk. Now, if it feels too good to you, now you got to be careful about that too. Okay? Let's not go into too much extremes. In Aries, Taurus, we have very powerful cusp energy. Be mindful of that too. But if something, does not feel good to you, don't let people force you to stay out of some kind of out of a guilt trip. or trying to tell you about yourself more than you. I want you to get in. I want you to get the reins of it. No one needs to tell you more about you than you. Okay, everything you need to know, especially if you got a moon in this placement, you already have the answers to. Okay, we have balance. This is the temperance card. So some of you could be dealing with Pisces. You also have Sagittarius here, and sacral chakra. This is the sexual center. Okay, this is about getting your confidence back. Okay, if some of you have been abstinent out of fear, and the sacral chakra needs to be healed, and that's where that balance is coming from. Okay, some of you will be receiving a healing. I believe Venus is traveling through Aries right now, and it will be entering into the sign of Taurus. So a lot of you are going through these sacral chakra meditations, feeling the need to be more creative in your life. Okay, you see how this is going, how the daydreams and decisions bring us balance, and then from the balance we go to the sacral center, which is that creativity. Okay, and it starts to do some things for us. What do we do next? We lead. This is your energy too. This is the emperor. We start to lead. Aries, Taurus. From the creative center springs forth our ability to lead. Okay, dare I say it, some of you are going to be super fucking hot. Okay, so if nothing else, you're going to be sexy. Okay, if nothing else, you are going to be something to be around. Your vibration that's coming off of you is going to be lit. Okay, that's one thing I can say about this here. Okay, I'm telling you. It's good, AM. AM says, you are making me cry. I've been through a lot of trauma where I was abused, and a lot of my close family passed on, like my baby bro. So I know I have to heal from the hurt and pain and sadness. And that's okay. That's okay. It's just it's a process of releasing. And never let someone make you feel bad about taking your process. It's about surrounding yourself with people who you can be vulnerable with, and that is your family, and that can support you. They love you when you bad. You want to be with people who love you when you bad and when you good. They love you however you are. They love when you being a fucking bitch, and they love you when you being Mother Teresa. They love every aspect of yourself. And if that takes creating that type of family, that type of network around you first before you go off, then okay. But that's where you want to come from. You don't want someone to love you at your best but can't stand you at your worst. How is that built to last, you know? And we need that. It's very important. Queen Britt says, you are really spitting, because I had to learn the same lesson the hard way about my energy with other people, especially friends. The peace that comes with understanding and being aware. Exactly. It's not even relying on other people to bring this awareness to us. It's not about that. It's about being aware already. It's about developing that awareness. And believe it or not, developing that awareness allows for us to have a lot more empathy for people, because we see where that person's coming from. Whether or not they want to see it for themselves, we see it. Okay? And when we see it, it makes the world a difference. AM says, but you're so right, and I thank you for this reading. My Mars, Pluto, and Saturn are in Scorpio. Oh, wow. Scorpios, and sometimes my anger is out of control. I'm abstinent right now. Wow, you're on point. I hear you. I have Saturn in Scorpio. I have Jupiter in Scorpio, and I have Pluto. Right, my Pluto is like 29.48 or something of Libra. So even though I fall into the Pluto and Libra generation, it's conjunct my Saturn, which is, I have a lot of a cusp energy in my chart, but it's conjunct my Saturn. So Pluto transformation, I have, and a temper. I have a temper. I have to admit, I'm gonna pull you guys some love cards and some energy cards, and then we're gonna head on out. But I have a temper. Okay, I'm not gonna hold you, honey. Don't feel no kind of ways. I have a temper out this world. I think my temper is sometimes worse than fire sign people temper. And I think it's because of that earth placement. So if you in here, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, don't disturb a bull. Do not disturb a bull. If you have the nerve to have like Aries attached to that energy, that's like explosive. Like, do people really understand that's not to be, you can't handle me. I can't be handled. I have to give you permission. Like, I have to give you access. Like, people that think that they take the Taurus energy as passive energy, and they don't understand that if you're a cusp sign, you have to give people permission. Like, you will never be able to ram your way in. We are rams and we are bulls. Like, if there was a hybrid animal, that's a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? How can you know? Like, we have to give you permission. Otherwise, all hell's gonna break loose. All hell is gonna break loose. That's a lie. That's volcanic energy. You know what I'm saying? And I think people get it twisted. And especially if they're an ego-driven person, they look at our passivity sometimes and they think how placid, how when you have Taurus energy, you're very placid, you don't really like to fight, you like to keep things real cool. You like things to be beautiful, symmetrical, loving, warm, or cool, but you want things to be temperate so that everything can be even keel. That's your ideal. Okay, that's the ideal. At least that's how I am in my own environment. I want things to be calm and cool, and just inviting to my art. I'm able to feel free to be myself. I'm able to have great conversations with people. Not a lot of hostility. I don't like to be dominated in any kind of way or feel like I'm being dominated. I want to feel. And mind you, this is my moon sign, okay? I am a Sagittarius Capricorn sun sign. So I cusp with Sagittarius Capricorn in my sun sign. But I like to feel as though I can surrender to you. I don't like to be dominated. Me being dominated makes me pull out my thumb or my sword or my spiritual gun. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel threatened to be dominated. I would prefer to surrender because I feel safe, and it has its pros and cons. And if I'm speaking about this, I know that for me to even be speaking about this, that you guys may feel the same energy too. And I think that oftentimes in our lifetimes, we experience people taking this for granted and taking that energy for granted. And when we get on one with them, they don't even understand where it's coming from. It's because you took a liberty that wasn't granted to you. Okay, I'll send out the invitations. Okay, but wait until I give you the invitation. Otherwise, understand that you just need to be in observation mode, like I am. And when I feel comfortable, I will invite you. Don't take those kind of liberties. Or people who play games, they play the game of interest and say that they're this and it's really not that. It's, you don't have to lie to kick it. Just be who you are. Just be chill. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get my sword out, my horns is out, I'm ready to go. Because now you are selling me a bill of goods, or you're selling me wolf tickets. And I would have paid what it weighed to get into the show. You didn't have to sell me these bullshit ass wolf tickets, okay? You could have just kept it real. You could have just kept it real. I get it. But oftentimes I think people are thrown off by our energy, or they're threatened by the magnitude of the strength behind it. And so just be aware of that, okay? Me sharing a little bit of something with you guys. But getting back into your individual read, let's get you some energy, okay, for the month of March. Okay. We have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Okay, so we just saw the second chakra. So this is the sexual center. This is the creative center. So y'all be careful out here. You know, if you are active, okay, make sure that you use some kind of protection. Okay, protect yourself. All right, because this creation can be in the physical way. All right, outside of that, all right, blessed be if you are in a position to have children. Blessed be. That is a beautiful thing, and I'll never take anything away from it. It's I love babies, and I love, they smell good, they just everything. Okay, I will never take anything away from that. But if that's not what you're trying to do, try to channel this energy into your creativity, into the things that you are releasing. Any type of art form, any type of arts and crafts that you're into. If you're into cooking, channel it there into your home, decorating, even decorating yourself right before Venus goes retrograde. I believe at the end of the spring and the beginning of the summertime, start doing your beautifying, or your sexifying. Okay, start doing that stuff now, because when Venus goes retrograde, you definitely don't want to be applying that kind of energy. Okay, so we have the second archangel, Ariel. Okay, we have the angel of strength. You got a lot of strong energy around you. A lot of Ariel is an earth energy. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We have the daughter romance. All right, so some of you have new relationships that are forming as well. We have action. We have some hostilities, okay, which is probably why you need that angel of strength. And then we have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So this is the heart chakra, okay? So it's finally time to deal with these internal hostilities. Like I said, every bit of our readings are intrinsically tied to one another. So it's time to deal with those hostilities, people. It's time for that, because those hostilities, where I just talked about how it makes you want to unsheathe your sword as soon as someone's coming through. Okay, now it's time to communicate what your triggers are. If it's a loved one and the fights are unnecessary, maybe it's time to communicate what your triggers are. And if they love you, and if they really have your best interest at heart, they're going to understand that. If not, it's time to cut their ass off. Okay, but this is a very romantic time. Okay, so you guys may be being chased. Okay, I will say this, a little known fact: if you have your sun, your moon, or your rising in the degrees of the cusp, you fall under the nakshatra, the Ashwini nakshatra. So if you follow Vedic astrology, some Western astrology is starting to adopt the nakshatras, but my moon at 2 degrees falls under the Ashwini nakshatra. Okay, and it's the twin horses, and it's considered the doctor to the gods. Okay, it's akin to the Gemini energy. I know that's weird. How could something that's connected to Aries and Taurus energy be akin to the Gemini energy? But it talks about the dual horses or twin horsepower. So this is one of the reasons why you tend to be a workhorse. Okay, when you are feeling on, you are a workhorse. That energy is showing up for me. It always shows up with this action card. So you may be meeting someone, or you may have something activated that really gets you going with this action, okay, card here. You could be being chased, or if you're a male, you could be doing the chasing. Women, I do not recommend any woman chase a man. It's the saddest thing to me. I can't stand it. I don't even like the whole competing for men, but I get it, because we all do it, okay? I'm not going to act like I haven't put, like, if it wasn't somebody at a specific place, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't make sure every piece of my curves were popping when I seen them. That's a form of competition, whether we want whether we want to agree with it or not. That's a form of competition. I'm letting him know. All right, the city sitting nice, yeah. I want to bite you. I can fuck you right, yeah, all night, yeah. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's a form. It's a form of competition. All right. Anyway, I digress, okay? I'm just saying, okay? You might be in this energy right now. You may be coming around this energy right now. Y'all be good, play nice, okay? Because y'all are some beasts out here. I can tell that you are, all right? Play nice, okay? Make sure that you're not doing something out of spite. Make sure that you're not trying to make your ex jealous. Okay. Make sure that you're not doing something to incur jealousies with your actions and with your moves right now. Okay. All right. I'm just, okay. I'm just saying. All right. But let's not act like we don't be trying to get the cream of the crop, okay? Let's not act like that. But right now, the chase is on, all right? And give them a good chase. If you are ladies, give them a good chance. If you're a man, then you know what it's hitting for, okay? If she's not so quick to go, you already know that she's game for something. She's exciting, okay? I ain't saying that she got to be crazy, but you know what they say about women that's a little crazy, all right? I'm just going to keep it there, okay? We're going to keep it as PG as Nala can keep it, all right? Let me give you guys some love cards, okay? All right, Queen Brit, you have a good one, honey. I will be looking out for you, okay? I will be looking out for you. AM says, I'm not having no sex right now. It's not the right time. I'm into my crystals, my candles, and writing. I feel you. Even though I'm coming out of my sabbatical, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about to jump out of my sabbatical. I'm talking about head first, but I'm just saying, though, I feel you. I feel you. It's going to happen, okay? Some of you have some things with children, okay? So you may have some issues, and we talked about this, where you may be trying to work some things through with a partner as it relates to children. And you may have different opinions about this. So this may be coming up here in the month of March in your love life, okay? You are calling in your soulmate, so that makes sense, okay? And let your friends help you. Capricorn had the same thing, bruh. Keep an open mind, okay? So some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be having a Capricorn come through, okay? But significant for you is going to be with the children, okay? Working some things out. If you're co-parenting, that's going to be a big theme for the month of March, okay? As it relates to your love life, or you may be meeting someone with children and, you know, having to make that adjustment in your dating life to allow for this. If you know, really like this person, you're feeling this person, well, make that, you know, this may come up. So just be prepared that, you know, would I be open to dating someone who has kids, okay? And what's too much and what isn't enough? Do I appreciate this person as a parent? You know, you got to take those into consideration, okay? Calling in your soulmate. For some of you who are single, okay, you could be calling in another lesson or a soulmate, okay? Some of you, this is what your heart desires, even if you've been abstinent, even if you've not been thinking about this. It's kind of like it's going to fall into your lap. This is the energy that's being generated for the month of March, okay? And you may even make some more social engagements, okay? For some of you, you need to go ahead and get a party of 6 or 7 to do dinner under the stars. We have spring coming up, and y'all know I am an English tea garden kind of bourgeoisie person. I love it, okay? I don't care how ratchet I get on my tarot channel. I love dinner parties, okay? I love getting together with friends, either having a dinner party myself or going places. So this may be a really good time to get together with friends that you've not connected with in a long time. Host a dinner party. Go to a dinner party with one of them. Bring gifts if someone's moving into a new place, or host a housewarming if you're moving. Okay, there may be an opportunity that someone who is single is available, that you get put on to by your friends. Okay. Or it could just having the comfort of people around you who love you, you know, whether they're friends and family. This is a great time to possibly get your confidence up and start kind of commingling. It's been a long winter. So to get yourself out the house, go ahead and get around your friends, figure out what's going on, have a dinner party, do something elegant, okay? Put a night together for you and the girls where it's just not going to the club. Like, y'all do some grown folk shit, you know what I'm saying? Actually, where you have to order a gown to go to, you know, wherever you're going. You have to order a cocktail dress, you know what I'm saying? Something nice where you can take photos and do something fancy, all right? That's going to be my word for all of my cuspers who are in Aries, Taurus. Okay. I love each and every single one of you. Make sure you come back and hang out with me more often. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up the video. I am going to hopefully be going and moving to my Taurus Gemini cuspers next. Give me a couple of hours. I have a couple of appointments up. So if you are an Aries, a Taurus Gemini cusp, look out for a video tonight. Okay. I love you guys so much. And I really appreciate your presence. And thank you for keeping me company. This is your girl, Nala-Ife, signing off for House of Cards Tarot. I will see you guys either on this platform or our many platforms. I will be loading everything up in the description box once this video is posted. All right. Y'all have a beautiful night. We'll talk soon. Peace.